missed you. It's so nice to see you again. I'm Bold Reviews Lady, just in case you don't know who I am. But if you're a returning viewer, hey, can I tell you, you know how to make a girl feel good. I really appreciate that you're here. And today, I have something that I thought was kind of a fun little idea. What is that? Is that locking, pop locking, popping and locking and da 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 da. Do you know how to do that? Anyways, pretty sure that I'm not doing it right, whatever, but I just, hey, 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 hey. Okay, I'm making everything shake by doing that. So today I thought that I would just do kind of a quick one. I mean, what's quick for me, a half hour? But yeah, today I'm really gonna try to go a little bit faster. But I thought that I would just go, I was going through my fragrances and I thought, well, it's kind of interesting to talk about the blind buys that I've made that I really like. You know, and I've done a bit of blind buying over the last year and a little bit. This collection that I'm going to show you is from about the last year and maybe a half of blind buys that I've made that I have really been happy with. And I don't normally like the term blind buy because I have glaucoma, which, you know, it's a disease that takes away your eyesight. But yeah, so these are the blind buys I really liked in the last year. Okay, number one. Okay, now this one, I'm surprised. It has really grown on me since I've owned it. And I bought it in a beautiful little kit with a miniature and a lotion. And I just, at first I was like, oh, it's a little too strong for me. But the more I smell it, the more I wear it, I just really like it. And I'm very happy with it. It's Yes I Am by Couture. Let's do the spray. I am not normally a spicy fragrance person. I mean, I am a spicy fragrance person, but only a few. Mostly I like really florals, straight florals. I like everything, but you know, it seems like most of my very favorite fragrances I've ever known are straight floral. But this one, it's a sweet, spicy, friendly fragrance. It's got, I don't think it has any, it doesn't have cinnamon in it, I know for sure, because I did a video on this fragrance. But it has something that feels cinnamon-y about it. And you know what? Also, it occurred to me that it does smell a lot like black opium. But black opium isn't quite as sweet. It's a little more dry. But black opium is sweet, but it's a little bit drier than this. And it's not quite, this smells a bit gourmand. Like it smells vanilla-y. But it's just a really sexy, it's very youthful, but anyone of any age I think can wear it. And I'm not going to be getting rid of this one. I really like it. So, Yes I Am by Couture. Did you ever do this? Do the coffee beans so you can cleanse the fragrance palette. When I used to work behind the counter for fragrance and cosmetics, we always kept these behind the counter to help people, you know, in between trying the fragrances. Here, smell this. I was grinding some coffee beans today and I was like, let me just take these up for my video. So here they are. Okay, this one is almost gone. Actually, I'm thinking about buying another bottle, but since I'm doing a fragrance channel now, I'm thinking, well, maybe I should just buy things that I haven't owned before, or things that I did own, like in the 80s and 90s when I used to sell fragrance and cosmetics. But this one I got not too long ago, and I used the whole bottle up almost immediately, and it was a great deal, and I love it. It is so unique. There's only one fragrance that I have tried that smells like it. English Laundry Primrose! Woo! Love this. This is a feminine, I wouldn't really say it's sweet. I used up all of it except a tiny spray that's in there, just for, you know, provenance. I don't know if I'm going to buy another. I do want to buy another one. I really do. But I want to, since I've already talked about this one a lot and I do love it, I think I'm probably going to buy some other ones instead. However, oh my gosh, this smells, you know what? It doesn't have any in it. But what this smells like to me is a wisteria. Did you ever have a wisteria vine or see a wisteria vine? They're these hanging, I think they're usually purple. They might be some other colors too, but it is this most juicy, delicious, floral fragrance. It's kind of like sweet, like berries or grapes, you know, it's got a little bit of that. But man, do I love this stuff. And I will probably buy myself a full-size bottle of it, but I just haven't yet. And it has really, really been one of my favorites. And I do not use up full bottles of fragrance. Like, I think I used this up in like 3 months. And because I don't spray a whole lot, I used it all up without spraying a whole lot. So English Laundry Primrose. It does smell a little like wisteria. I don't think it's Jo Malone. Somebody's wisteria. I can't remember it, but I can see it in my brain. I know they have it at Sephora. It's usually on the right hand side in the back. Anyways, okay. English Laundry Primrose. It's a really good, it's youthful, but I think it's also good for older people, anybody to wear. It's just a light, beautiful floral. So there you go, English Laundry Primrose. Moving on. Okay. Recently I got this one. I got this one very recently, and I don't normally purchase used fragrances. I never have before. This purchase where I purchased quite a lot from this one independent seller, and because normally up until I did this channel, I just bought fragrances I loved. And before I started this channel, I discovered that a lot of fragrances I used to sell in the 80s and 90s are still around, and I got really excited about, you know, replenishing my collection of these great old fragrances that are still around. And so that's mostly what I do. Mostly what you'll see me review is stuff that I bought because I love it and I'm going to wear it, and I'm not going to get rid of that bottle. I'm not going to sell it, you know. But I bought this group of fragrances, and there were like a lot of things in there that I don't normally buy, like celebrity fragrances. I'm not that big of a celebrity fragrance buyer. Nothing against them. They're great. I'm just not necessarily the buyer, usually. So in that group of fragrances, I got a few great things. This is really one of my favorites from that group. It is Peace, Love, and JuicyCouture from JuicyCouture. This one, it's so like, this just reminds me of a happy freaking summer day or spring. Just a day. This is a day at like a music festival. It's a sweet, it's a floral. It's not that sweet actually. This is just a beautiful fragrance. I think it has an innocent sexiness about it. And I just love this. I recently talked about this one where I feel like it reminds me something about the vibe of it. Just reminds me of when you're out somewhere and you get a it's hot out and you get a cold drink and you're really like thirsty, and this cold drink, maybe it's a mocha or an iced tea or something, and it starts to sweat on the outside with the condensation from the heat. That vibe, I don't know, and you drink it and you're so quenched and so happy to get it. That's what this reminds me of. I'm not sure why, but it is just a really nice fragrance. And I'm not that crazy about a lot of JuicyCouture fragrances, but this one I really like. Okay, moving on. JuicyCouture. Peace, Love, and JuicyCouture. Okay, now I'm going to talk about 3 fragrances at once. These 3 beautiful little Oscar de la Renta fragrances, they came together in one collection. And every single one of these I was really happy to get. I'm a huge fan of the original Oscar de la Renta because well, not just because, but I used to work for them as a promotional rep in Southern California area in the 80s and 90s, and actually in the 90s. I didn't do that till the 90s. But, and I love original Oscar, but I don't love every Oscar fragrance. Like when I left, the last one that they came out with at that time was Volupté. And I like Volupté, but I don't love it. It wasn't really, I'm probably not, I don't know if I'm ever going to buy it. I might, because I do really like it, but I don't love it. But these, I love every single one of these. Man, are they nice. Okay, so I'll just go through them really quickly. Okay, this first little guy, this is Esprit d'Oscar. And this cute little container, this cute little bottle, when I worked for Oscar de la Renta, this little bottle like this with the little pretty little top, and was only reserved for the pure perfume oil of the Oscar de la Renta fragrance. So I'm glad to see that they took this bottle design and then just used it for a lot of other stuff, because I mean, it doesn't get that much prettier than that, really. So this fragrance, of course I can't spray it, it's just I'll put some on them. Man, I love this. So this is the Esprit d'Oscar, and it was made by, I can't remember the names, but some really famous perfumers. I think 3 or 4 of them collaborated on this. It was such a big deal when they decided to make this. And what this reminds me of a lot, it does smell a bit like original Oscar de la Renta, but it also smells a bit like another fragrance called L'air Bleu from Guerlain, which I also really love. It is just it's a little more mature, I think. I wouldn't necessarily say this is something that a younger person would go for, because it smells very sophisticated. But hey, anyone can wear anything they want to anytime. Don't let anybody tell you differently. Yeah, so Esprit d'Oscar, really pretty. I think if you like original Oscar de la Renta, or if you like L'air Bleu, it's got a bit of a powderiness to it. But it's just gorgeous. This gorgeous, sophisticated floral. Esprit d'Oscar. Okay, this one, Oscar Jasmine. Pretty blue bottle, eh? I'm gonna put this one on my other arm. Man, I love this so much. This is one I do think I'm gonna need a big bottle of. A full-size bottle. Oh, so pretty. Now, these do not have, none of these Oscar ones have a strong projection or longevity or large sillage, but, oops, wrong one. But it is a beautiful, it's got a slightly tropical vibe to it. I wouldn't say it smells like jasmine to me. There's something tropical in there though. It leans a little bit like it's got, you know, some plumeria or tiara flower. And I did a video on this one, and I don't remember what's in it. But this is just the way I smell it. I think this is a gorgeous fragrance. I think any age can love this. It's sophisticated, but it's also playful. And happy smelling. Okay, so that's Oscar Jasmine. And then the last one in that group is Oscar Rose. I love rose fragrances, and this one I also love. I'm gonna put it on my arm again. I'm gonna put it on the other side of this arm. Oh yeah. Flow, baby. Flow like some fine wine. Flow all over me. Oscar Rose, flow all over me, baby, yeah. So this does have, it smells a little bit like rose, but it doesn't really smell like rose. The rose is there though, and it's like a sophisticated rose fragrance. It's a sophisticated rose fragrance. Any age can wear it, but it is sophisticated, and it's just, it's a little more of a sensual rose than some of my other favorite rose fragrances, which are like Tea Rose is my favorite rose fragrance, and that one smells very dry. That has no sweetness in it, and it doesn't really even smell like it has musk or any real strong base notes. This one smells more sensual, like it's got some musk in there, like it's got some other notes, but the rose still really comes through. So I think if you like rose fragrances, you're not going to be misled by the fact that this is called Oscar Rose. You know, some rose fragrances you're like, that doesn't smell like rose at all, but this one does. So Oscar Rose, I really love it. I'm drinking iced coffee today. Iced decaf. I can't do caffeine like I used to. Caffeine will elevate the eye pressure of a person with glaucoma. So I want to avoid that. But you better believe that I am the coffee drinking lifer who's at the Starbucks drinking that Verona. Do you remember when Starbucks had Cafe Valencia? I used to live for the Cafe Valencia. The orange chocolate. I don't have it anymore. Old school, baby. Okay, moving on. Because I said it was going to be short, and it's already not. This one, when I got this, oh my gosh, this fragrance. There are not a lot of fragrances that smell happy. Like this to me is like happy in a bottle. It's beautiful, it's playful, it's feminine. It's just, like I've described it before, it's like a birthday cake. It's like sprinkles on a cupcake. It's like a day at Disneyland. It is. Pleats, please, from Issey Miyake. Okay, look out, I'm gonna spray, baby, baby. Heck to the yes. You know, I can't say the bad word. YouTube won't let me do that. But I don't want to do that anyways. Someone told me that they watch with their kids, and I thought that was so sweet, and I'm glad that I don't say too many bad words. I try not to say too many bad words. I'm not that perfect with not saying bad. I do say the bad words in relaxed company, but I try really hard not to offend anyone. You know, it's easy to offend people, and I just want to talk about perfume and be friendly, so, you know. But freaking A, Pleats, please, by Issey Miyake is fantastic. Okay, one more. Okay, now I mentioned that I do like rose fragrances. I really do. And this one I bought just not knowing at all what to expect. I did not think I was gonna love it. I was like, because I ordered it from Fragrance by Canada, and they're really good, by the way. They also deliver to the U.S. I know a lot of my viewers are American, and I'm American too, but I'm married to Canadian, and I'm now American and Canadian, so which I'm privileged and I'm thankful for. And I love the United States, but I love Canada too. And anyways, Fragrance by Canada, I think they give you, if you buy 5 bottles of any kind, they'll give you free shipping. I don't know if they still do that. Like, it's been like a few months. It's been like 6 months since I ordered from them. But anyhow, Cabotine Rose. My gosh. This has quickly become really the one I reach for when I go out shopping. When I just, and I'm not, oh, it's sweet and beautiful and feminine and lovely. Is it rosy? No, it's not really rosy. It does contain rose, I remember that. But I think it's rose in the mid notes and no more rose at all. But you know, shoot, I could be wrong at that. I don't remember exactly, but this is just, now it's not long lasting. It's not a heavy sillage, not a lot of projection. And I do not normally spray. I'm not not over sprayer. Who's to say what overspraying is? You know, it's not for anyone to say what is too much or too little. But I don't normally wear a lot of sprays, but this one, the other day, I wore it to go out, and I put about 18 sprays on. I am not the 18 sprays person, but I put it on, and when I came home, I could still smell it, but only close to my body. So it's not the kind that's going to project really heavily. It is, however, the kind that if you're going to be close to a lot of people, your children, your family, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever, and you just want them to smell it close to you, you only want people who get close to you to smell it, it is a really good one. And oh man, it's just light and oh, I just love it. So that's it. That's the last one. Okay, so thank you again for coming to see me, and I look forward to seeing you the next time. Come on now. No, come on, just do like 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you missed it. Oh, the song's over. Oh well. Hope you had fun. See you next time. I'm getting, look at that. I move at all and my face gets all pink.
Look at me, take a picture, it'll last longer. The mirror on the wall